the tiny architects behind one of the world's oldest structures.
Think of the oldest man-made structure on Earth. Pyramids? Stonehenge? What if I told you that an even older, still standing structure lies underground, built by the smallest of engineers? This is the world of leafcutter ants, folk heroes of the insect kingdom. Hidden beneath the forest floors of South America, these tiny creatures have been constructing massive underground cities for over 25 million years. Scientists have discovered their intricate nests deep in the earth, with an advanced network of chambers and tunnels that would impress any architect. Some of these nests are so big they can be seen from space. About the size of a rice grain, these amazing ants work together, cut leaves with their sharp jaws, and carry them back to their nests. The leaves aren't for snacking, though. They're used to farm a special kind of fungus, their only food source. This mutual relationship between ant and fungus has lasted for millennia, showcasing nature's remarkable balance and ingenuity. We humans often think we've got the most impressive constructions, but maybe we should take a page out of the ants' blueprint book. Their monumental cities tell a tale of collective strength and endurance that rivals our best-laid concrete.
A snake so rare, it's like finding a living gemstone.
When you think of a snake, you might imagine something green or maybe brown, hiding in the grass or slithering through the desert. But there's a snake out there that could outshine any jewel. Introducing the San Francisco garter snake, a reptile so vibrant it looks like it slithered out of a dream. Its stripes run in a spectrum of a neon rainbow, making it seem more like a creature from a fantasy world than one you could find in the grasslands of California. You might think, okay, it's just a colorful snake. What's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that this serpent is so elusive and rare that even dedicated snake enthusiasts could go their whole life without spotting one in the wild. Conservation efforts are in place because it's facing a real threat of extinction. But why is saving this dazzling snake so important? Apart from its beauty, maintaining biodiversity is crucial for the health of our planet. Each creature, no matter how small or how brightly colored, plays a role in the harmony of nature. So next time you think about treasure, remember that sometimes it's not gold or gems that are the rarest. It could very well be a snake with the colors of the rainbow, just quietly living its life in the wild.
A bird that's all about the sweet life. You won't believe it.
What if I told you there's a bird out there that has a sweet tooth just like us? Meet the honey-guide bird, a little genius of nature that has a partnership with humans you have to hear to believe. These birds, living in the beautiful landscapes of Africa, have a special talent. They can find bees' nests filled with honey, and instead of hoarding this golden treasure, they actually ask for help from humans. That's right. The honey guide can communicate with people using special calls to lead them straight to the hive. In return, all the bird wants is a share of the honeycombs left over after the humans collect the honey. This fantastic cooperation between humans and birds is unlike anything else seen in the wild. It's a relationship that has stood the test of time for thousands of years and showcases nature's own version of teamwork at its sweetest.
A castle that grows from trees, straight out of a fairy tale.
Picture this, a real-life castle, not made of stone, but grown from living trees. Hard to imagine? Well, somewhere in the world, someone is turning fantasy into reality. Meet the extraordinary Tree Church in New Zealand. It started with a simple yet wild idea by Barry Cox, who wanted a personal place of worship. But Barry had an unusual approach for building it. He decided to use trees. Inspired by his love for tree houses as a child and stunning church designs, he began planting and guiding the growth of living trees into the shape of a traditional church. It took 4 years of planting, pruning, and patience, but the result is breathtaking. A lush, living structure, complete with arches and a towering aisle, all made from intertwined branches and leaves. It's a place where nature and human craftsmanship meet, branching, quite literally, into a piece of living architecture like no other. Who knew that with a little bit of nature's magic and human creativity, you could actually grow your own castle?
The underwater restaurant where you dine with the fishes.
Could you imagine eating lunch underwater while fish swim all around you? Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? it's real. In Norway, there's a restaurant that takes dining to new depths. It's called Under, and it's not your typical seafood place. This restaurant is 5.5 meters below the ocean's surface. Huge windows give guests a submarine view of marine life in their natural habitat. It's like being in a giant aquarium, but you're on the inside looking out. This amazing eatery offers not just a meal, but an experience you'll never forget. The walls are a meter thick to withstand the pressure of all that water. It's fascinating, isn't it? Imagine savoring exquisite dishes as jellyfish float by and schools of fish dart past the glass. Under turns a simple meal into an adventure deep under the sea. It's a breathtaking blend of cuisine and oceanic wonder, truly a feast for the senses.
The Magician's Best Friend: How Rabbits Became a Classic Trick.
Ever wondered why magicians always seem to pull rabbits out of their hats? It's a classic magic trick that's been around for centuries. But why rabbits, you may ask? Well, it all started back in the 19th century with a famous magician named Louis Comte. In 1814, he was the first to perform the trick of pulling a rabbit out of a hat on stage. But what made rabbits the ideal choice for this illusion? Firstly, rabbits are known to be docile and easy to handle. This means they can stay quiet and hidden within the confines of a hat or a concealed compartment until the magician is ready to reveal them. Their fluffy, soft fur and cute appearance captivate the audience, making the magic even more enchanting. Moreover, rabbits are naturally inclined to burrow and hide in small spaces, which makes it easier for them to stay tucked away until the big moment. It's a trick that has amazed audiences for over 200 years. And it's all thanks to the clever combination of the magician's skill and the natural behavior of these adorable furry friends. So next time you see a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat, you'll know a little more about the history behind this iconic magic trick.
The Tiny Engineers with Golden Crowns: Ant Facts that will crown your day.
Now, what if I told you tiny creatures wearing golden crowns work tirelessly under our feet? Yes, we're talking about ants. But these aren't ordinary ants. They're called gold ants, and not because they have a royal touch. It's actually science that gives them their bling. The secret lies in their diet, which includes a special honeydew excreted by aphids that they farm like cattle. This liquid has a shimmery golden glow, and when ants feed on it, their transparent abdomens take on a golden hue, making it seem like they're wearing tiny, sparkling crowns. It's an incredible glimpse into the natural world's wonders and almost sounds like a fairy tale. Ant societies are super complex. They communicate, solve problems, and even go to war. With millions of species around the world, some ant facts are bound to surprise you. So next time you see an ant hill, remember, there's a whole kingdom at work, and you might just spot some royalty among them.
Discover the brain of the universe: the cosmic web mystery.
Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing not just stars, but the brain of the universe itself. Sounds like pure fantasy? Not quite. Scientists have discovered something mind-blowing deep in space called the cosmic web. This giant web stretches across the universe, and it looks eerily similar to a human brain with its neuron connections. How is this possible, you ask? Well, the universe is made up of galaxies, stars, and planets, all held together by gravity. The cosmic web is the network of these cosmic structures, connected by filaments made of dark matter. What's even more fascinating is that these filaments form patterns that mirror the neurons in our brains. Some say the universe could be thinking, breathing, and perhaps even conscious in a way we've yet to understand. As you watch this, imagine being part of a universe so vast and complex, it's literally like a giant brain, with us living within its thoughts. It puts a whole new perspective on our place in the cosmos, doesn't it?
How plants see without eyes. The hidden power of flora.
What if I told you plants have a secret superpower? Now, they don't have eyes like we do, but they can see. That's right, plants are pretty clever. They don't just sit there soaking up the sun. They're actually responding to it in a very special way. Plants have something called photoreceptors, which are like tiny natural solar panels. These photoreceptors sense light and tell the plant how to grow. For example, if a plant isn't getting enough light, it might stretch itself out really tall, trying to reach more light. And there's more. Plants can even tell the difference between colors of light, which means they can detect when it's morning or evening based on the color of the sky. This helps them figure out the right time to flower or to rest. This form of plant sight is so complex, scientists are still trying to understand all its mysteries. So the next time you're near a plant, remember, it's quietly watching the world in its own leafy way.
Can you believe your eyes? The animal with disappearing bones.
Imagine having bones that could become invisible. No need to picture it because it's a real thing for one sea creature. The barrel-eye fish, which lives deep in the ocean, has a super cool adaptation. It has a completely transparent head filled with jelly, and even its bones can seem invisible. This fish's head looks like a bubble, and its eyes are inside, looking upward to spot food above. The see-through head and vanishing bones help it see better in the dark depths of the ocean. It's like having a built-in pair of glasses made out of its own head. Sounds pretty wild, right? But it's totally true. Nature sometimes comes up with ideas that are way more interesting than anything we see in sci-fi movies. Talk about having a clear head for finding dinner in the dark waters. Follow me for more fun facts.